So, excuse me. Woo. All joking aside, this is actually a key part of ghost hunting. This is the next morning, and I am tired. I'm so tired. Because once you get home, you have to do something with the files. It's impossible. Have you ever seen kids on Christmas being able to sit there and look at their presents? You can't. You can't just stare at the packaging. It's impossible. You have to put it onto the computer and take a little precursory look at what you have. Very funny. Yeah. It's staying. I'm not editing it. Which means that eats into your time, and it makes you tired. So a major part of ghost hunting is to remind yourself that you're in need of sleep, because if you're tired, you have a tendency to see things that aren't there. And also make sure to eat a good breakfast. Now, Mike, gotta take care of the body. Mike has got some hamburger going in the pan. What's going in the pan, babe?
Hamburger.
Hamburger and what?
Eggs and jalapenos and onions.
Yum! Oh my god, is that what we're eating? You're so awesome. So, yes, another important tool in ghost hunting is to have a husband slash cameraman slash tech guy slash personal chef who makes the best damn coffee on the planet. Yum.
I'm Molly Miller, and this is Folsom, California. So we're back, our third night on the Folsom train tracks. We're actually a mile at the next mile marker down away from 114, where we got some great footage, and I think that puts us about half a mile away from the tunnel, which is where we had our most disappointing night yet, because our battery died and we had lots of I didn't feel like it was as fruitful as our first night out. You'll notice that I am dressed a little bit differently. It's because after reviewing the audio from the handheld recorder and from matching it up and pairing it with the video that we captured, we found that there was a lot of residual noise just from me moving with my jacket. It was a heavier jacket with kind of a waterproof finish. So we're hoping that maybe just the clean cotton will give us less of a background noise so you can hear more of the tape than of me doing this number, trying to check out where the world is. You'll also notice that we are better lit. My husband has ingeniously rigged a new LED flashlight to put in my face, but you get a better picture, so it's not like, it's not all...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I used bad lighting. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I made you look at my dark face. I'm sorry.
So, I'm hoping that this will be more interesting to watch and a lot more fun. Now, along with more practical dress, because I mentioned that I was less fabulous, I am in my sneakers. This has less to do with fashion and more to do with safety. It is dark out here. We are tripping along an old railway line. You don't want to be up in heels. You want to be practical about these things. Safety first, always. Also, I mentioned the first night that we were filming that I had caught some what looked like orbs And I was really excited because all the spooky ghost, films that you see, it's always got, orbs, and this is proof of a spirit being present. Well, I've actually looked it up, and there are several very scientific paranormal investigator websites that are trying to move away from that. They're stating, no, it could just be an artifact on the lens. What they're saying is that because digital cameras are better than the old film cameras, they capture a cleaner, more high definition picture, that your flash has a tendency to pick up on water droplets in the air. Now, if you can see my breath, I'm sure you can. It's cold out. We are creating steam every time that we talk. We are also very close to a creek, which is letting water off into the air. So it's more likely that rather than spirit orbs, what we found was just reflected flash off of whatever little bits and pieces, and even residual flash off of reflective surfaces that we didn't even think were there until we hit it with a flash bulb. So now that we've got our tech together, well, it's better. And now that we've got some of the other things buckled down, we're going to go ahead and we're going to continue to explore here what I'm hoping will be the most exciting part of Folsom's Haunted Railway as we come into mile marker 13. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out the handheld. If you're hearing any kind of electronic beeping going on, keep in mind we've got a video camera, I've got my phone that I constantly use as a clock, I don't carry a watch. I've got this thing that makes all sorts of beeping, so if you're hearing beeping, just assume that it's some kind of electronic device that we are carrying with us at all times. I've got my handheld recorder on. I'm going to start again. And I'm going to time, date, and stamp it and get us ready to move. It is now 9:59, almost 10 o'clock on Sunday, January 8th, 2012. My husband Michael and I are down here filming at the last stretch of what is thought to be Folsom's Haunted Railway. We are going to do an EVP session, and we are going to take it home and put it through the computer and see if we can identify all the noises that we find. Now, like all of our other outdoor settings, we have a lot of residual noise. We are still within sight of a roadway, though not as major as East Bidwell. We have a lot of running water in the creek behind us. There are homes nearby, so we have sprinklers going off and the possibility of people walking around. And as usual, bobcats, deer, and birds, if we find them asleep. They tend to make a lot of noise when we wake them up. Coyotes and any other creatures that may be out here. So let's go ahead and see if we can't find some EVPs. Is there anyone here with us? Is this the haunted railway of Folsom? There's a car that's going to be coming by soon. You'll probably hear it on the audio. Are there any ghosts out here tonight? Can you give us a name? Can you move something or touch something? Touch one of us? Just don't drain my battery. That was such a pain in the ass, please. To go home and have to recharge that, and we'd like to be out here and capture this. We've been told that there's a dark figure that walks up and down this railway. The last couple of nights we thought that we heard something, maybe. Now we are going to have to be careful about where we shine the light. We do have homes that are nearby. We don't want to disturb anybody. We're just out here to have a little fun and make a blog. But let's go ahead and go explore mile marker 13 and the last stretch of what could possibly be the haunted railway of Folsom. Mile marker 13, 113. 13's an unlucky number.